Hockey fan.
Thank you, Whip. We're all hockey fans this time of year with that exciting finish to the Olympics, and what a great Olympics it was. And especially, you know, my wife and I, we don't watch a lot of hockey like the Whip might, but we were watching, and when that went into overtime, and then the Americans won the gold medal, it was just euphoria. We were jumping up and down, celebrating, and then to watch those hockey players talk about their patriotism and their love for America after it was over, I think was inspiring to so many Americans who can easily get jaded when you think about how this town works, how some people just want to talk down America every single day and want to pit people against each other all the time. The Olympics was a great opportunity to remind us that we're all Americans, and when we come together, we can achieve great things. And that hockey team did achieve great things, and we're going to see them, and we're going to celebrate them tonight. We're going to be celebrating a lot of other great things tonight as President Trump talks about the 250th birthday of America, how we got here, what we've done so well, what we still need to do to keep making this a more perfect union. And look, the State of the Union is getting stronger, but make no mistake, when President Trump took office, this economy was on its knees after years of Democrat control, bringing record inflation, record interest rates. You saw energy prices through the roof, more than $5 a gallon in most places. Today, families are paying, in most states, about $2.50 a gallon. That's half of what they were paying. And for a working family, just lower gas prices alone from President Trump's policies means about $600 more in the pockets of hardworking families. Doesn't mean that we're finished. There's a lot more work to do. But I think what you're going to hear tonight from President Trump is a reminder of how great this country is, what that greatness has done to improve the lives of people, and what work we still have to do to continue getting this country back on track. We're not where we want it to be, but for anybody who wants to take us back to where we were just a year and a half ago to 3 years ago, let's remind them of where Democrats take us when they get full power. You don't have to go to California or New York to know how bad things can get, because they were that bad here in D.C. before Donald Trump became president. We had a wide open, porous border with millions of people coming across. Every single month, you would see record numbers coming in. And there were violent criminals coming into our country, drug cartels. The Mexican drug cartels had operational control of our southern border. And for people that don't remember how bad it was, just look at what's going on right now in Guadalajara. Just look at what's happening in that country as their leadership finally starts to confront the cartels. But they were running our southern border and bringing bad people and poisonous drugs into our country every single day. And Donald Trump ran for president saying, I'm going to do something about it. And he worked with this Republican Congress to fix that mess. And we started focusing on other problems too. We're starting to get this economy back on track. Wage growth is finally up. It's not where we need it to be. Families lost $3,000 of buying power during Biden's 4 years in office. $3,000. They've made up $1,200 of it so far. But that means there's more to go. And so we're going to be laying out an agenda. You're going to see us continuing to move more good bills like we've already been moving. And you're going to see the president laying out policy ideas tonight that this Congress will move. Sadly, Democrats have voted no on just about every major policy that have fixed the mess that they made. And that's okay, because we're going to do the job anyway. And some of those people that are benefiting from those policies are going to be in the balcony tonight. You're going to see some of those stories, and Chair McClain talked about some of them. You saw Whip Emmer talk about some of them. I'm going to highlight two of them right here. We're going to be two of my guests that I'm very proud of. We've got Heath Sykes, who's a server, one of the best restaurants in New Orleans. We're known for our food. We love our food. Drago's Restaurant is where they invented the charbroiled oysters. He gets to serve charbroiled oysters every day, and so many other great meals from a true American dream success story. The Satanovich family is a second-generation family that fled communism to come seek the American dream, and they now have it in the Drago's restaurants. and he serves there and no longer has to pay tax on tips. And he gets to celebrate what that means for having more money in his pocket and being able to do more for his family. And then the other guest I have is Anthony Bettoni, who's a deputy sheriff in Jefferson Parish, where I live. And thank you for your service. We all celebrate our men and women in law enforcement, but so often our men and women in law enforcement are working extra hours to make ends meet, to provide for their family. And when they work overtime, a lot of times they were paying so much more in overtime, it didn't make it worthwhile. And we said, working with President Trump, why should people have to pay taxes on overtime? And now because of that, our Deputy Bettoni's going to be able to have more money in his pocket to provide for his family. And by the way, his family's growing. He is now a girl dad like me. He's got a 1-year-old daughter, and he's going to have more money in his pocket to provide for his daughter. And families all across the country are benefiting from what we did. Republicans are working with President Trump to make life more affordable for working families in America. And that's what we've been focused on since Donald Trump became president, and I think that's what you're going to hear the president talk about tonight, and leading the effort to get those bills signed into law to help bring that prosperity back and keep that work going as our speaker, Mike Johnson.